The audio visual says it all. Can we have a loud round of applause for this great initiative, and may we expect everyone to participate and make it a grand success. With that happy thought, may I request esteemed Principal Secretary Srimati Usha Padhee ji to please share her thoughts with the House. Ma'am.
Samastanko Namaskar. Honorable Minister Sir, Honorable MP, my colleague ACS Industries, and another dear colleague Shri Harinathan, Chairperson, Paradip Port Trust, the distinguished guest on the dais, Captain Sahu, captains from all the industries, the professionals from maritime industry, various officers who have come from different departments, and all the invitees. First of all, let me apologize for my delay. As a practicer, I decided to go to office first because 10:30 is something where, it's after office hours, so I went to office, and once you go to office, we tend to delay. So I'm extremely sorry for that. But I'm very glad and honored to be part of this entire roadshow. Last time when it had happened, I had just come back from Government of India and joined Government of Odisha. Somehow I couldn't attend the Indian Maritime Conference in Mumbai that time, but this time I will be there, and I would like to share some of the insight which will also make you excited. Last time though I was not there, but we made sure that our participation was in full throttle. Our Honorable Minister also had gone at that time, and Odisha had got a first prize in the best stall and the participation. So this time too, we are going in a full-fledged manner, and I invite all of our partners in Odisha to join. I'm sure industry department and our industrial promotion department will also be part of it, and it will be in a full strength we would be attending that. It is not for just the show, because we understand Odisha, the emerging maritime state, can show its potential in a right earnest in that platform, which is, as Chairperson said, perhaps it's the biggest in the globe. When we talk about Paradip, one of the major ports having highest cargo handling, bulk cargo handling in the country, when it talks of the quantum, it reminds us about our vision for the future. So it is maybe now 150 MMTPA. They are planning for 500 capacity. Yeah. Now when we discuss about Odisha's vision, it's not just Paradip, but there is a 575 kilometer of coastline. Maybe it is 575 opportunities. We have few ports coming up and few are operational. In Vision Odisha document, which we have clear-cut milestone, one by 2036, when we complete, Odisha completes 100 years of its formation, and 2047 when we coincide with the 100 years of independence with government of, or for the country. We talk of enhancement of the ports, the capacity, modernization, as far as the ports are concerned. You know that two are there. I think the people may be representing those ports, Gopalpur and Dhamra, and Astarang and Astarang and Suvarnarekha both are coming. We have many other plans. Now if you see the Odisha Maritime Board, which is the institutional mechanism which is already in place. For ease of doing business, every day and out, there have been lot of changes which are happening. So I'm sure that we are poised to go to that those milestones, 2036 and 2047, where we have decided to enhance our capacity from maybe now 80 MTPA, I am talking of the non-major ports, and it will be 500 MTPA by 2047. Now we are only 7% of the country's cargo handling capacity, though we have huge potential. So we aspire to become 1/3 in the country. So this is as far as the ports are concerned. In that, again, if you see the board which was there for the function or the event, they mention about volume to value. So it's not about just a volume which we are talking about 500 MMTPA or something, but it can also be having many things related to value addition. So the forum which represent on the dais today itself shows that it is not port as an individual or standalone industry. It is along with the other port-led industries, we stand together, and Odisha tries to bring many ports at the same time, along with that industrial parks, manufacturing clusters, and we can link it to that slogan, which is not just a slogan, it will become the lifeblood of all of us, is the Atmanirbhar Bharat. So to have that port-led development is just not a slogan or just a cliche, but we are all together as a partners to make it happen. So again, when we talk of infrastructure, many people stop at port, and now the cruise terminal which they are talking, there are jetties which are coming up. There are many other things which can happen, and this is infrastructure needs to be enhanced, for which we are committed to. I think for industry department can also talk about their multimodal logistic park, and Paradip is one of the shining example for that. So how we are going to enhance those things, that is very, very important. Again, when we say that ports not only stand alone model for us to have the port-led development, it is also how they are linked to the hinterland. So again, it's a holistic approach, whole of the government approach, where we'll have the rail, the road network, and also inland waterways coming together and making it possible. It is, they have different mode of transportation, have different advantages, and they have different challenges. Considering that, how we can bring those linkages with the port so that the logistic cost can become less and it can become more efficient. So one of the challenge in the entire sector, if we talk today, is about the high cost of the logistic. He just told about one nation, one document. That will bring down the compliance burden. So, I mean, to such an extent that monetization, if you do, that will bring down the cost to some extent. So if we say, I think India has like a double digit, it is like how you calculate, it depends on 13-14%, which is not at all acceptable. For your competence, you have to be, competitiveness, you have to have it in the single digits, which is at par with other countries. And it is not difficult. If you see the development around this country, there have been some places where it has happened. It is not that it is not possible, everywhere it is same. So it is possible. It's a low-hanging fruit which is possible. So if you say, I mean, like India is like, they say it's a countries of country. So if you see, I mean, maybe maybe Maharashtra, maybe having equal development as Vietnam, as a country itself. The 5 of our state, I think Uttar Pradesh can compete with 5 of the European nations. So if the potential is there, the trust is there. If you have, I mean, I had the fortune of listening to Honorable Prime Minister in Bhavnagar the other day. So the way they trust the industry, they think that the Samudra se Samruddhi is possible. I mean, the experiences of last 10 years, it has shown that we can do those things which can multiply the growth. So the shipbuilding, I mean, if the port and infrastructure part, then I'll also talk about shipbuilding. Shipbuilding we have never thought about. I mean, maybe 2 years back also it was not in news. I mean, it was not discussed. Now everywhere it is pushed because they have understood that earlier India had such a strong maritime culture, especially Odisha also claimed for that, where we used to do the shipbuilding within the country. And most of our trade used to happen on the ships which are, on the vessels which are built in the country. Now, I think it has been reduced to 5%. 95% we hire from outside. And it is said in the same Bhashan that around 6 lakhs crores per annum is given as a rental to people who are providing us the vessels. So if that is the amount of the money which is going out when we talk of Atmanirbhar Bharat, so just imagine that 6 lakhs crore coming inside the country and how many jobs it can create. He just mentioned that multiplier of job for the shipping industry is 1:6. Similarly, if you see the economic multiplier, it is more than 2 times. I mean, if you invest 100 crores, then you will immediately have the spinning off effect of 200 crores. So that is where it is. I mean, all of us who have been part of this, I think it's a very exciting time. Next few years, which is like always it is said by the economists, next 20-25 years are within us. We are the generation who have to contribute in this 20-25 years. That's a one-time opportunity for this country. It is not going to come in the entire civilization for second time. After that, we grow old and we will not be able to reach to the level which we want, and all the pessimistic views of trapping in the mid-level income will struck us. So I am sure that all of us sitting here have a huge responsibility and will try to do, and this Indian Maritime Week is one of the platform where all of us can come together and explore what are the possibilities, and we can take plunge. I mean, like instead of going just one step at a time, it can be a leap jumping. So that is what we are looking at. After ports and shipping, I would like to very briefly tell about the skill development, because all of us who are sitting here, I think 3 of us were included in the skill development part of it. Hemant ji was also there, I was there, and sir is skill minister, and he was also my minister for quite some time. I mean, I don't know whether he misses me or not. I miss you, sir. Always we thought that the industry and skill development has to be together. I think that the government of Odisha has now done. And I was just sitting on the dais, I was looking at the audience, sir. So you see very few female audience here. It doesn't mean that the sector doesn't have the potential, but it has not looked into it maybe. So this part is, Sugandha is there, but other people are not there. I mean, I am, any women candidates here from any ports? Just, I am not seeing backside, any, from ports, not officers. Huh? So that, I mean, in ease of doing also, business also, there have been some changes which are coming now, already have come. But it's see, like maybe it's a blue collar is maybe a little bit prohibitive, but it would never stop us to do the work within the safe environment. It doesn't stop. I mean, I'm not making a feminist point here. I'm making a point where there is a scope for the huge skill development, and our ITIs can be part of it. Our colleges can be, engineering colleges can be part of it. Our own institutions can be part of it. The skill development, short-term courses can be part of it. And I was told the seafarer after Philippines, we are the second largest, and we have the potential to beat the Philippines. They can, I mean, we can give their run for their money. And our, especially coastal communities, they are very proud and very resilient for these type of activities. So whether we can do that, I mean, one of the challenge where we see that, okay, there are requirement of the jobs, skilled people requirements are there, then this is one sector which can employ many, many more people. So that is one area. Again, Odisha has done extremely well. I am skill development. They have the MOU with ITS of Singapore. Singapore has brought some of the best skilling products, and their skilling certification is recognized across the globe. So they have done, the Maritime institution is also coming up. They have the second MOU, I think it has also been in the force. So I'm sure that that is one area, again, all of us can look into, where we can do industry-linked training programs, skilling programs, where we can get our youth engaged into it. And in that one part, maybe also we can see a lot of women candidates who are willing to work, they can also be there, because as it is said, it's a mother of all the industries, means it is not only about the industry which is like a braking. I mean, nowadays, I think even if you go to the cockpit and the cabin of anything, it doesn't look like anything mechanical, it is all electronic. I'm sure even Volvo, if you see bus, earlier buses are driven by somebody who has to be very masculine. It is not required now. Even aircraft can be flown because it is just all electronic and digital. So I'm sure that muscle power is not anymore required. It's a safety and security and also the ecosystem which can hone the skills. And we can very well see take the benefit of the youth, whether it is female or male, for this industry. So with this, I'll once again communicate my conviction for this sector, and also I'll request all of you to be part of the Indian Maritime Week, which is from 27th to 31st we are doing it, and in a full-fledged manner, in a full in a whatever possible best way, you please be there, because this entire event is for pushing that event. But of course our work will continue even after this. We will be available and we will be discussing your ideas, and whatever support is required from the department on behalf of Government of Odisha, will extend those things. Once again, I'll thank everyone for giving me this opportunity, and I hope we all see you again in Mumbai during the event of Indian Maritime Week. Odisha government is taking a good space there, and our department being the nodal department, otherwise we are supported by industry, EPICOL, IDCOL, and we will also be requesting FARD and maybe science and technology also for the sea coastal issues. So they will also be part of it, and if anybody is interested to be part of that whatever Odisha pavilion, please let us know. Our officers are sitting here. My additional secretary, Mr. Bidan Roy, is there. Just Bidan, he is the person if you can look into. And my port director is also here. So you can also tell if any support is required from us, we'll certainly consider. Thank you so much. Vande Utkala Janani, Jai Hind.